Are you in for a treat today, Mike? I have prepared the greatest game that we could play regarding NFL quarterbacks. But first, we got to talk about some of these NFL games from this weekend. NFC West is crazy. The Seahawks-Rams game, Sam Darnold throwing 4 picks. Chiefs lose to the Broncos. Broncos are now, 9-2? They've won 8 games in a row. The Chiefs are 5-5. And then we've got a spitgate or salivagate from the Bengals-Steelers game. Jamar Chase allegedly spitting on Jalen Ramsey. We'll talk about that. The Lions-Eagles pass interference at the end. Crazy call. And then, of course, Cringe or cool, Mike. Cringe or cool.
Fantastic.
Okay? Can you try and find a positive spin on the Seahawks-Rams game? The Seahawks lost 19-21 to the Rams. Sam Darnold threw 4 interceptions, okay? I have a positive spin on this, actually, okay? Can you pull out any sort of positive take for the Seahawks from this game? They lost by 2 points.
But a positive spin on Sam Darnold's performance is what you're asking?
I'm not saying on his performance. I'm just saying put a positive spin on the Seattle Seahawks as a whole after this game. I've got a great argument.
Okay, let's hear it. It seems
okay. You want to hear
what you have to say? Yeah.
No, I was just one of those guys who asks a question because he wants to say his thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So have you guys ever been to Scotland? You ever been to Scotland? Well, I've been to Scotland multiple times.
You every time you go see a movie, you ask everybody you're with, what'd you think of the movie? What do you think of the cinematography? And then you inevitably dive into your film school verbiage after.
Yeah, I actually went to film school. I don't know if you know. All right, here we go. Let me tell you the answer. The Seahawks lost to division rival on the road, the Los Angeles Rams, who are one of the top 2 or 3 teams in the NFL by record and by power ranking, in my opinion. Your quarterback has a complete meltdown and throws 4 interceptions, but you're still in the game to possibly win it at the end and only lose by 2. This just speaks to how good the defense is and how good the team as a whole is when your quarterback can have an absolute meltdown and you can still be right there in the game. I mean,
and you
talk about positive takeaway.
Right.
If I'm the head coach and I want to do a little spin doctor in my speech, that's what I say. What do you think?
Okay. I think that's great. And I think positivity has its place. All right. And that's a well-structured argument. Here's the danger of pulling moral victories out of losses. You show up the next day in film and they go through and they start pulling out all these moral victories instead of saying we should have done better. Sam, you should have performed better. And yes, you need to find the silver linings, but you can't come away from that feeling positive. This is something that we did all the time at Oregon State. We were horrible. My first year, we were 1-11, and we harped on the moral victories in all of our losses, which is good and bad. So there's a fine balance, but I think it can get dangerous if you get too into these moral victories.
Slippery slope. You're saying slippery slope fallacy, which is not in fact fallacy. It is actually a very real thing. Okay. Interesting perspective. I mean, sorry that I just want to be a positive coach to my team, Mike. Okay. Sorry. I want to tell you the truth.
Here's the take. Don't throw 4 interceptions. Bada bing, bada boom.
Well, the interceptions he threw were so bad. They were just panicky, throw it, freak out. Just clearly the second it leaves your hand, like, oh, it's going to be intercepted. And then on the last one, he's just laying on the floor of what do you call it? The grass?
The grass. It's horrible. Poor guy.
So that was, but hey, I think that the NFC West is in a really interesting position because the Rams obviously are great. The defense of the Seahawks is fantastic. The offense is most weeks pretty solid. Like Sam Darnold's been very solid aside from this game. He has a unique ability to go from like a 95% quarterback to a 20% quarterback week by week. It's a unique ability. Very unique. Okay. What about
that's the foundation you want to build upon. That's what you want your leader. Well, I don't know what we're going to get today. Let's roll the dice.
The defense never knows what they're going to get. You can't prepare for it. It's sort of a wild card. And then also in the NFC West, the 49ers, Brock Purdy comes back. I think he threw 3 touchdowns. They smacked the Arizona Cardinals. The Arizona Cardinals, Jacoby Brissett, or after Kyler Murray's benched. Did you see this? Jacoby Brissett set an NFL record for most completed passes. And 47 for 57 for 450 yards. I mean, his arm has got to be sore, don't you think?
Yeah, he's MVP. It's crazy when you find these guys that come out and just pop off, as they say, when they get their opportunity. That'll just been like under the radar for so long. You're like, oh my gosh, this guy's sick.
Yeah, fantastic. Like he's a vet. He's been around. I mean, solid performance. Two interceptions, but when you throw it 47 times, that's 45. That's 47 completions that weren't interceptions. What do you think about the fact that they went with Brock Purdy and didn't keep going with Mac Jones? Like, because we were talking about that the 49ers, I think, stay with the hot hand, but Brock Purdy stepped right in and he was fine.
It is interesting. I think it's the right move, especially if you pay him. I just think, yes, you want to go with the hot hand, but delaying that when he's ready is just going to cause some weird energy and weird friction that you have to just put him back in and let him find his footing again.
It's really,
it's right away.
It's like, you know, when they basically overthrow a leader in a country and there's like a power struggle, like the former leader who got overthrown, he has to either regain power or they have to execute him or he has to go to exile. You can't have the leader like step into a more junior role and a new leader to be there because it's just too weird. You know?
Yeah, it is just too weird.
What are they gonna?
That's a great analogy, isn't it? That's a great, tyrannical dictatorship analogy.
I'm reading this book about ancient Rome and Cicero, and it's just like when you have these power switches, the guy that was in power, he's got to go. He's got to go. So they restored Brock Purdy.
There's a real legitimacy to that. If you even if the hot hand is playing marginally better than Brock is at this point, Brock is the leader of the team overall, and to go with somebody who's playing marginally better at the moment, even if that were the case, the negatives outweigh the positives, I think.
Fair, yeah, because then you got to think about the whole vibe of the team. All right, here's the other question. What do you do with Mac Jones? Because here's the two ways of looking at it. You now have perhaps the best backup quarterback in the NFL, which is super valuable. With you see all these quarterbacks getting hurt, a lot of guys missing games. Aaron Rodgers just maybe broke his wrist. He's probably out for a little bit. So you have the most valuable backup quarterback in the NFL by performance and by like very low salary. Do you hold on to him? Do you keep him on your roster in case Brock gets banged up again? Or do you try to capitalize on this momentum and do you trade him and get some value for a guy like Mac Jones? Tough. Okay. What do you think?
Fantastic question. Here's I think that the 49ers are in a unique position with this backup value farming. Why can they do that? Because everybody talks about Brock Purdy's a system quarterback. You plug anybody in the system and they work. Okay, that may or may not be true. But Mac Jones plugged in the system, performed incredible at like a starter. And if you just show for a split second, like they did, Mac Jones, look how good our backup is, and then you hold that trade value, okay, and so you've just created a huge asset that you can trade for a pick or something, and then you do the same thing with the next guy because you can plug anybody into that system for a couple games. And give him a flash of like, whoa, this guy's got potential, and then trade him. That's what you can do when you have an incredible system.
That is
the actual case, but that's a great philosophy.
Well, that's like basically that's kind of what they did with Jimmy Garoppolo, because like everyone's like, damn, Jimmy Garoppolo went to the Super Bowl with the 49ers, and then he goes and then he sucks, and then like other teams get duped. So are you saying that they're basically creating this value almost like a bubble? They're creating a bubble of value, and they hold on to it, and then they dish that off into some idiot buyer, and then the asset collapses?
Completely. It's a Ponzi scheme. That's all it is. They are a startup accelerator. They're a QB backup accelerator program. And that's why it was smart to immediately plug Brock back in there. Hold max value. Don't let him taper off. Hold that value. And
that's a great point. That is a great point, because if he started to deteriorate in his play, Mac Jones, then you lose that aura, that potential trade value. Hold on to it. It's a frozen asset right now. It's frozen at that price point. You know,
bingo.
Frozen. Boom, bingo. Wow.
We should be GMs. Being a GM is easy.
Being a GM is so easy. Joe Shane, New York Giants, we're coming for you. We're better GMs. All right, let's buzz through a couple of these games. Just some highlight points. I want to go to the Steelers and Bengals game. Steelers smacked the Bengals. Bengals, obviously, one of the worst defenses in the NFL. But there was this incident here, okay? Jamar Chase spit on Jalen Ramsey. Okay, so he spit on him, and then Jalen Ramsey started swinging on him. And then after the game, Jamar Chase was asked about it, and he completely denied it, forgetting that I don't know how many cameras are on every, like, isn't it like 26 cameras?
No better place to commit a crime than an NFL game.
Yeah. All right. And here's what Jamar Chase had to say when he was accused of spitting on Jalen Ramsey.
He was saying that you spit on him. Did you spit on him?
I ain't never opened my mouth to that guy.
So what do you think prompted the reaction from him?
Well, he don't like some of the words I told him.
What are you saying?
I ain't spit on nobody.
He was saying that you spit on him?
Perfect.
So
great at it.
What great at it with the actual spitting right below it. What's your take on this? When you do something like this, first of all, that's the most disrespectful thing that you can do. Spitting on somebody, I would rather get punched in the face than spat on.
Oh my god.
Because it's so disrespectful. What's your take on Jamar Chase just completely denying it with it here in 4K?
It's so funny. I think that I don't know. I think you kind of have to deny it until I don't know. He doesn't know the video's out yet. He doesn't know. He just.
I mean, he's got to know. He's been in the NFL for many years. He's seen all the slow motion highlights of his catches.
I think it's hilarious. I think he knows that there's a video and he's just like, I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. Here's what's interesting is that the spitting on your opponent is kind of on the rise this year in the NFL. We've seen it a couple times.
True.
It's on the rise.
Who else did we see it? We saw it a couple times.
Yeah.
Oh, it was week 1, wasn't it? Week 1, the Eagles, D tackle. I always forget his name. But he did that in the before the first play to Dak.
Yeah.
And then he got
that's right.
Yeah,
that's right. I think it comes out when you're kind of losing the trash talk battle and you have to just revert to any means necessary.
That's a great point. It's like if you're winning the trash talk battle and your oration and the insults that you're throwing are clever and fast and on point, you're not going to resort to spitting as a last. It's like I lose, but I throw all of this at you.
Yes, it's a Hail Mary. It's just a Hail Mary. It's a poor orders Hail Mary.
There you go. All right, let's stick. So he's probably going to get suspended for that. Let's stick with it. I don't even really know what I want to say about this. I just want to watch it with you, okay? Because this is just such beautiful This is Steelers football.
Yeah.
Darnold watched the tight end for the Steelers. And let's remember, the Bengals defense is the worst in the NFL, but boy, this is impressive.
Jones the block at the left tackle. The muscular tight end Washington. Running left shot. Bulldozing. Plowing. Wow. Catch and run. 31.
I mean, come on, man. That might be even more disrespectful than spitting on somebody.
Yeah, that's terrifying. That's what they say. You got to put physicality on tape. And now other opponents, when they're game prepping and they see that on tape, they're going to be scared. It's going to be in the back of their mind. And it's just going to keep happening because they're going to be more tentative when they try to tackle him next week. And he'll have more opportunity to bulldoze like that.
It's also just crazy. 6'7", 270. He also hurdled a guy in that game. That's insane. You know how different positions have evolved? Linebacker has gotten smaller and a little bit more rangy. You get more of the Fred Warner type linebacker as opposed to the Brian Urlacher back in the day.
Yeah.
I would like to see tight end keep going this direction. I don't want to keep getting more athletic, skinny. I want a 300-pound tight end, 6'8", 300-pound tight end.
I think that's the right way to go because you need guys out there catching the ball who are big physical threats. You don't want just another receiver out there. You want some variety in how you have to tackle.
Yeah, I think I would love to see the way of the tight end go like that. I don't care if you run a 4.9 40. Be 6'8", 309 pounds. And I think he'd have I think that guy could have a great career in the NFL.
That is. Yeah.
I know that's so scary trying to tackle him. All right, let's go to the AFC West, where the Kansas City Chiefs have won the division for 9 years in a row. Okay, we talked about it in the beginning there. The Denver Broncos beat the Chiefs, smacked them down. Now the Chiefs are 5-5. The Broncos are 9-2. They've won 8 straight wins. They're in complete control here. This is interesting because on the one episode, Mike, where you missed a couple weeks ago, I went on this big rant about Bo Nix, about how I think this is actually a big problem for the Broncos and it's sort of a house of cards and it's going to collapse. And I said some mean things.
Things I can't take back. Why were you saying all that? Why did you feel that way earlier?
Because I watched him. I don't know. There were some games where I watched him just what he's just missing a bunch of easy throws. His deep ball never connects, but he steps up in games like this. And I wanted to pull this up. It felt like his tight end was talking directly to me because his tight end slash back at people talking crap about Bo Nix online. And I took this one personally. All right, here it is.
First off, if you're talking shit.
This is Adam Troutman, their tight end, talking to Nick Alfieri of the No Warmup podcast. Here we go.
First off, if you're talking shit about Bo online, you're a coward. Absolute coward. But just want to say that and guard him a little bit. But I mean, it says a lot. You know, he blanks it out, and we talked about it this week. You know, we don't care what other people think. We know what we have in the building, and we know what he's made of, and we don't really care what people have to say. So, Dragon Slayer 69 with his 7-Eleven Slurpee in his mom's basement, I don't give a shit what he has to say, right? And Bo doesn't either. So,
hey man, I was in my father-in-law's office, not in my mom's basement. Okay, go ahead and chill out. My username is Corn King. So
it's Gremlin Ward 123. That's my username. So get it right.
There you go. Well, we won't say your username, will we, Mike? From Fortnite?
That is so funny. It did sound like he was talking directly to you.
I saw that on my timeline.
Really funny. I like him that he used the name Dragon Slayer. That's username for some guy. That's hilarious.
Yeah, absolutely hilarious. Okay, what do we think of this though? Because the Chiefs, obviously they're 5-5. So this was the crazy stat. What was it? Last year they were 11-0 or 12-0 in one-score games, and we talked about that a little last year. Like always winning these one-score games. This year, they're 0-5 in one-score games. What do you think? Do you think that something is different about the Chiefs, or that type of play is just not sustainable? Like at a certain point, it's going to tip. You can't always be coming out on top of these one-score games, and now it's completely flipped for them. What do you think about teams like that?
I think that well, here's what I think. There's some part of me that viscerally dislikes their approach of like, oh, we can turn it on when it matters. Which is cool. It was cool when you're coming off of 2 Super Bowls, you're going for your third, and you can pull it off. And you're kind of coasting from all the work that got you to the peak of the NFL. And you were able to ride that coast for the last season and still convert and turn it on when you need to. Now you're a couple years out from when you were putting in the work to get to that place, and you can't turn it on the same way. And you have to get back to the work that got you to the ability of turning it on and converting. And that's what it just seems from the outside of what's happening to them.
I feel like that too. And also like some of their guys, like Chris Jones, Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce played really well, but those guys are kind of at the end of the rope. And the Chiefs, like if they want to continue this dynasty, that they're going to have to find some good new blood in the draft. It's like the Patriots did that. They had like that first one where the first era where they won the 3 Super Bowls, and then the second era with a little bit in between, and they had to just go find new guys. I think the Chiefs need to do that. So I don't know. They're on the verge of not making the playoffs, so that would be absolutely crazy. And also, what
you think they just have to go into a little rebuild here? They're Travis Kelce's at the end, a couple of guys are at the end, and they just need to hold on to Pat and then reload some weapons around them.
I think something like that. I mean, it's also hard when you have like a $500 million contract on your quarterback. I know Pat Mahomes' annual value isn't so huge, but it's like, it is tough when you have that. I don't know. I think that you can't keep, like they went to 5 Super Bowls in 6 years. And for people to continue to expect them to do that, it's just unrealistic. There's so much parity in the NFL. This is not Bundesliga soccer where Bayern Munich wins the championship every single year. Okay, you like that reference?
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, because I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what. For the Europeans listening, that was a great reference.
Nice.
Okay. All right. So that was we had. Oh, last thing. Let's do it after our game. I want to play our quarterback game. Okay. All right. Okay. I did want to talk a little bit about the Chiefs, the Lions and the Eagles game. All right. Ready?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. No. We'll do it in a second. We'll do it after. We're going into the quarterback game. Okay. And I am just so excited. I worked really hard. I worked very hard. All right. Let me see. I'm going to try and share this here. Screen share. Okay. Hold on. Screen share. Okay. Got to get rid of. No.
Are we going to talk about Shador's debut?
We can if you want. After my quarterback game.
Okay.
This is our halftime quarterback game.
Perfect.
Well, what do you have to say about as I pull this up? Do you have anything to say about Shador?
I got nothing to say.
Well, then maybe we won't talk about it. All right, here we go. All right, this is coming from the depths of the Alfieri family treasure chest of games. Shout out to our brother Joey, who's really passionate about this sport. It is a sport, okay? It takes
These
talent.
games.
All right, here we go. We're going, which starting NFL quarterback is this? Okay, there we go. The zoom-in game, all right? The zoom-in game.
Is a fantastic game. This is a fantastic game. Oh my goodness gracious.
Okay. We're starting off here. Very distinct mouth, little mustache there.
Oh my
I'll
gosh.
tell you what, Mike.
It's I know it. Don't say it. It's not Sam Darnold. It's the guy that looks like him. He's for the Rams. It's Sam Bradford.
No, not Sam Bradford. No. They're all current starting quarterbacks. Currently.
Wait, who am I? Not Sam Bradford. What am I thinking?
I think okay.
Not just give me a second.
Okay.
I know it. I'm sorry.
You're in a tongue twister. It's a distinct mouth. I think you got it. I do think you have it.
He's the quarterback for the Rams.
Matthew Stafford is the name.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Good. There it is. Very distinct mouth. Sort of the little upside downy mouth right there.
Yeah.
All right.
It's this smile.
Stafford. Yeah, it's that. It's sort of
which is an endearing. It's an endearing smile for the most part.
It is when the corners of the mouth go down a little bit. All right, here we go. Next one. A little ear action.
Oh, can you zoom in a little bit?
Let me see if
Control
I can.
plus.
Enhance. How about that?
Wait,
okay.
Quarterback?
Starting
this
NFL
like
quarterback.
Head coach.
Yeah, it's got like a sort of.
This is a hard one.
Yeah. Okay. What do you see? What are we focusing on here?
I'm focusing on that hard. Part of me wants to say it's Matt LaFleur, but I know it's not Matt LaFleur because it's a quarterback.
Really close complexion.
Yeah. Can you tell me what? Okay.
I mean, I can't. I mean, just look at that smile right there. Look at that. Look at that ear. See that ear?
I don't know that ear.
You know that ear, Mike. Okay.
It's not Bo Nix.
No. Okay. All right. You want to give up? You want to give
Dylan
up?
Gabriel.
No. Kind of
okay,
close.
I give up.
Here we go. Patty Mahomes. Mike, come on.
Oh my gosh.
See that?
Oh.
Look at the ear. Look at the ear.
Jeez, that's good. I would never focus on the ears. I think his teeth are the most defining feature.
Yeah. Well, I when I was doing this, I prepared. I did the goatee, but I felt like it was too obvious.
Yeah.
It is the beauty of this game that you start
it is.
to notice. You know, it's the beauty of this game. It's harder than you think. All right, you ready for the next one? Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. Write it on the smile. Big smile.
Geno Smith.
Ah.
Wait.
You love him. You love him a lot.
Oh, this is Jameis.
Bing, bing, bing. Jameis Winston. Eat a W.
Oh, this is a great game. I would. This should be an app. Okay.
This will be a good short. Okay, there we go. Jameis, who, you know what? He did a good job stepping in there against Green Bay. And they were actually in it to tie the ballgame at the end, and his receiver gave up on the corner route. So actually very bad. Okay. Yeah, that was pathetic. All right,
Jared Goff. Got him.
Oh, wow. Look at that. You know Jared Goff's face. Like,
I know the bags under those eyes.
Yeah, that's true. It is that. It's kind of the deep set eye. I thought that you might guess Brock Purdy on this one. Doesn't that?
Oh, no. I know Brock's face.
Yeah. Okay. All right. There we go. Jared Goff, who unfortunately struggled greatly against the Eagles defense this past week.
Was that 0-11 start?
What's that?
Wasn't it? He had an 0-11 start passing.
Oh, yeah. Really
crazy.
Vic Fangio had it dialed up. All right, here we go. This one is hard, I think.
It's Dak Prescott.
Wow, Mike. Jeez. I thought that was going to be hard.
Got it.
Wow. All right, good. Wow, you nailed it. Easy money, Dak. Okay, they're playing on Monday night. Okay.
Aaron.
A little salt and pepper?
A little salt and pepper. Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers. You don't think Joe Flacco? Not a Joe Flacco?
Oh.
Aaron, your final answer?
Dang, I think that might be Joe Flacco, but it's too late for me. I said Aaron.
Okay. Well, I was doing reverse psychology.
Okay,
I don't know if you know about it. Nice, Mike.
No, I studied regular psychology, and then I got my minor in reverse psychology, so I came out of college knowing nothing.
There you go. Completely net neutral. All right, here we go. Next one. All right.
Jalen Hurts.
There you go. That ear. There. See, you know Jalen Hurts' ear. You got to study Mahomes' ears better. That's Jalen Hurts. Okay. Here we go.
That's Joe Flacco.
No, that's not. No. Look at that forehead.
Got that little cartoon cowlick type of haircut.
Little cowlick there.
Huh.
Picture. Who is that? And I do apologize for anybody that's just listening on audio. You have to be watching this one. Okay.
Dang, who is that? Wait, give me a second. Dylan Gabriel. No, it's not. No, it's Bo. No, it's not. Oh, that's Daniel Jones. No, it's not. No.
Come on.
Okay.
Look at the hair. I mean, he's got good
looking
hair.
at the hair. Drake May.
No. Mike, you're going to kick yourself.
Who the hell is that? Oh,
that's Baker,
God.
Mike.
That's hard. That's hard.
I mean, it's tough. Yeah, look at that. Top of the head. There you go. You got to study his. You got to study more starting quarterback's hair. Okay.
Yeah. I get. Yeah. More defining features of their.
More defining features of the starting quarterbacks. All right, couple more. Here we go.
Trevor Lawrence. Duh. He's got the most duh face ever.
I had to crop in so far on the eyes to not get any of the hair because the hair was such a giveaway.
But give it away. So
the eyes give it away too. All right, here we go. A couple more. All right, last one.
Okay, that's Joe Flacco.
Okay, Joe Flacco. Final answer.
Yep.
Okay. Whoa! How did that get in there? Whoa! I don't know how that got in there. I mean, look at those eyes. Those are Shrek green eyes.
Shrek green eyes. And that's it.
I am so sorry. I have no idea how that slipped in there. Wow. I looked good that day, didn't I? I did.
That's so.
I will say
that's so funny. Isn't it? How does it feel knowing that I associated you with one of the oldest players in the NFL?
Oh well, you know it hurts. It hurts my feelings a lot. I would say it does hurt my feelings. That's a fun game, isn't it?
That's really good. I'm
pretty
so
well.
glad you slipped that in there.
Yeah, I slipped that in there. Okay. Wow. My body looks terrible in that though, doesn't it?
Yeah, you're like arching your back to stand.
Do you remember when we did those photos? This is the year that you were there, and we had to like do a weird stance. I mean,
Yeah,
in the lighting,
I think I was doing the same thing. If you pull up my picture, it's like the same.
Couldn't have less definition on my arms. Like that's not actually how my arms look. Okay.
They didn't give you flush light. They gave you no overhead lighting. Just destroy all definition.
Really disrespectful.
And, I've been trying to scrape mine off of the internet for years. Spread.
Yeah, I know you hired a company. Okay. All right. Let's go. I do want to look at this with the Eagles and Lions game. So this is a defensive battle here. What do you think about this? This PI call that everyone's pretty up in arms about, a play that would have given the ball back to the Lions and given them a chance to tie it up here. What do you make of this? Here it is.
Oh, come on. Come on.
Gosh.
That is terrible.
Oh,
that is an absolutely terrible call that it's going to decide this football game.
I love Chris.
My gosh.
Chris Collinsworth, you go, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty bad, isn't it? We're
That's
big fans.
egregious. Yeah, we love the officials. We love these. Well, this is it's hard. I do think it's so hard. If you're an official and you're calling like game on the line type of stuff, I think you kind of have to err on the side of throwing the flag, you know, and then you can repeal it. It's just so hard when things are happening so fast to defend the refs.
Yeah,
but
you know what's
pass interferences are reviewable now, right? Where you can review.
I don't even know. I'm not up to date on it. No, I don't think they are. I think that they did have that for a while and then they pulled it. I can't remember. I got to brush up on that. You know what's great or what actually sucks here about being a football official? Like when you're a basketball official, which I was for many years, and I reffed the city 3rd, 4th grade championship. Okay. So
dishonorable discharge.
I was dishonorably discharged.
Handed your whistle.
When you're a basketball official and you have a little bit of contact and it's sort of iffy and you just don't, what you can do is, and I'm going to back up here, you hit them with this, you know the hand gesture.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? You know, where basically
I don't know what that means though.
Well, it means like I see that there's contact, but it's not enough for a call. And you know what?
Okay.
I'm gonna make myself.
I see what you're saying.
I'm gonna make you small for a second so we can see myself do this. Okay, because this is an important distinction. I'm gonna make you small. Okay. All right. It's like this. Okay. You do it. There's the contact, and you go, and you make a little face like that. And that is how basketball officials can handle that. And I would like to see some football officials do. I wonder if you could do that in football. Throw up the hands.
Interesting.
Right?
Yeah, that's really interesting. Because there's technique in the sport. There's technique in coaching. You got to give these refs room for technique and reffing where they can protect themselves. Okay. Yeah. So if you're able to show that, like, hey, I'm looking for the call, that way they're not trapped in having to throw the flag. They can display, hey, I see there's something here. I'm in a deciding phase.
Right.
And then
because
choose to back off.
That's the tough thing there with the football. You have no real gesture. It's either you throw the flag or you don't. You have no
middle ground.
Yeah. There's no middle ground. There's no disarming gesture. There's no way to kind of relieve yourself of the duty, which is something I took a lot of advantage of during my career, which I'm very proud of.
I refuse to read the rule book. And so I operated in a lot of gray area in my career.
Fourth grade children's parents just screaming at me as I just have my hands outstretched. Nope, no call. It's clean ball. Okay. So that's how you do it. All right. So that's a tough one for the Detroit Lions. I will say they were bad. You know how Dan Campbell's famous for going on fourth down. I think they were like 0 for 5 on fourth down.
I think, that's crazy.
Sometimes I wonder, like, we looked at that chart last week where it's like when you should go for it on fourth down. I don't know. Some part of me thinks that fourth down is like, it's a little bit of a separate data point. Like if you got to see if it's kind of going your way that day, like if you're able to, with the high pressure downs like that, convert. And when you're not able to on a day, like maybe give up, maybe stop doing it when you're just 0 for 4.
What do you want them to factor in momentum and karma into the data for fourth downs so that they can have the okay, but I do think but I think this is the downside, the negative side effect of the culture of the Lions, and it's a small price to pay. They are a go for it on fourth down team, and sometimes it's not going to work out. And I think it's fine. It's fine. You keep your mentality. You keep it. This is just like every once in a while you're going to have this offering of like sometimes none of our fourth downs are going to work.
Fair. And you know what? Fair. It's against the Eagles, who I think is probably the best team in the NFL right now. I think they have the best resume. I feel like the Eagles and probably the Rams are, in my opinion, right now, the two best teams in the NFL. All right, let's finish off a little lightning round, Mike, of Cringe Cool. Okay, Cringe Cool. Here we go. Another game. We're full of games today. All right, here we go. This is the Miami of Ohio quarterback is moving on from his team and going to start preparing for the NFL. The team, I believe, they're in the middle of the season. They are competing for a conference championship. And DeQuan Finn is going to stop playing for the team to start preparing for the NFL, middle of the season. What do you think about this? We saw this kind of happening with, maybe the slip of like players not playing in the bowl game, which I understand. Middle of the regular season, what do you think?
I don't know. This is scary. Now, there was Nick Bosa did this. He had a legitimate injury like early on in his last season, and like come back to finish the season like the last couple of games. However far, but Bosa step away and start training and heal. And I think that's the right decision. Something like this, where you're just pulling yourself out as a leader of the team, just the most blatantly selfish. This is undefendable, and it's a dangerous precedent. Like you see, everybody's sitting out bowl games now. You don't want to. Once guys have a few good games, and then they start reading news articles of what their projected draft stock is, they go, "Oh, I'm going to sit out now because that's frozen and locked in. I'm going to start training." Oops. Right. And I think that I also should kind of make an example out of this and not reward this.
Well, think about it. What it says about you, especially at the quarterback position, like they're obviously looking at all the on-field stuff as quarterback, but also like, are you going to be able to come in and be a good character guy and a leader as a quarterback? And this says the exact opposite. I'm abandoning my team. I know like you have to worry about your professional career. I think this does him way more harm than any benefit of mitigating any injury possibility in the remaining games of the season. I think this hurts him in his draft process. That's my take.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think it just destroys your stock and your character. Indefensible character move. What are you going to say in the interview? So why'd you sit out? I wasn't feeling it anymore. I want to protect myself. It's just stupid. But the NFL kind of has a responsibility with this. If he does really well, at the combine or whatever, his draft stock stays high, they can't reward this.
But
I don't.
They will. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going cringe.
Yeah, cringe.
Okay, here we go. Cringe are cool. The T guy, is this for Houston? Check this guy out. Okay, here it is. Oh, here we go. Passion in grabbing the T. Here it is.
Get the T. Go, Hawk, go.
He's out.
No way.
Yeah. Oh,
Look at my man.
Oh, yeah.
We got it.
It's normally a roll right here at the
Great arm drive.
Oh, with the roll out of bounds. There we go, Mike. Cringe are cool.
You can't make.
So cool. So baller. I love it. And I love that. So he's probably the EQ guy. And I love that in their huddle, the EQ huddle, they selected him. He's obviously one of the bigger guys on the EQ team. And they thought it was funny if they selected him to be this guy. So cool. So funny.
Hilarious. Awesome. So cool. Love it. Okay, here we go. Let's go. Cam Scatabo, who's injured right now. He was at the UFC fight and he's grills and these glasses. Okay. That's not all though, Scatabo. So what I want to get is like your cringe are cool of his just entire kind of off-field personality. He's also been doing live streaming. What's up, chat? Oh, wait, sorry.
I can even move my toes and shit.
Okay.
I can get pretty far, honestly.
All right. Cam Scatabo's off-field personality. Cringe are cool.
Cool. I love it because it's authentic. He's not putting on a little show, personality-wise. This is good. He's authentic. And I like it. And it's just obvious. It's like a guy who's in between work and he starts a special project. It's in Parks and Rec when Ben Wyatt stops working and they come in and check on him. He's a month into a stop motion claymation movie that he has 10 seconds of. And then you go, okay, you can come back and start playing now. Thank God.
That is a great analogy. Great show. And he's like, this was supposed to be the next Avatar.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going cool as well. Can you believe Scatabo's not Italian? He said he has no Italian. He seems like such a Northeast Italian type guy, doesn't he?
He's Italian.
You're Italian. He's honorary. You're one of us. All right, get him a passport. All right, here we go. Bill Belichick with the quick handshake after they lost this week. Okay, what do you think? Is this people are bashing him for this? Is it deserved? Coming in, they're lost. Grumpy Belichick as usual. The other coach, Jack Dickert, takes his hat off. Oh, quick handshake there. Boom, go. People are up in arms about this. What do you think? Is it rude, mean, disrespectful, or is it just kind of run of the mill?
Rude, mean, disrespectful. I think he's making a point by being too quick. It's clearly he didn't even look him in the eyes for a second. There's going to be a Netflix documentary about the fall of Bill Belichick in the next couple of years, and
I 100%
think, especially with everything going on around him and everything, all the news and just his reputation right now, you should be going above and beyond in your interpersonal interactions to combat what the outside perception is and show that you are.
He could be in this era, like, okay, maybe you're not having the most success there, but you're still a legend, and a lot of these coaches have looked up to you. That little moment, like, you could be just really encouraging and positive and just leave a nice impact on the game here in the college level. And he's just not doing it. And I know it's just not his personality. And, a lot of times some of these coach handshakes are really quick, whatever, but come on, man. All right, last one here.
I will say, one second. I will say with Bill Belichick, there is also the side of him that just does not care at all. Like his legend, his honor, his fame, whatsoever. It's just all he really, truly ever thinks about is his day of work. And so there is an aspect of that where it's like, he doesn't mean.
He's always just like, we're moving on to the Jets.
Doesn't intend anything. Yeah,
we're moving on to the Jets. All right, last one here. Your boy, Jameis Winston, pregame speech as he got the start this weekend.
Today is the only time we got. Yeah. The time is always now. Yeah. The time is always clicking. So every single rep, every opportunity, make the most of it. Let's fight for each other. Let's fight to the end. Let's go.
Let's go.
Family on three. 1, 2, 3, family. Today.
Oh,
Great.
I'm inspired. So
I
inspirational.
love it. Cool. I'll never
Great.
think anything. There's nothing that Jameis Winston can do that I'll ever say is cringeworthy. It's just the most authentic person in the world. So cool.
Strive to have the authenticity of Jameis Winston. So cool. And it would have been awesome if they won, but you know what? He stepped in there. He did a good job. All right, there we have it. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Mike, see you Wednesday, okay?
Okay.
Bye, everybody.